Hey everybody, welcome to the bot signal today. My name is RJ Redden. In case you've forgotten who I am because I haven't been on in a couple of weeks, entrepreneurs hire me to burn down marketing campaigns that no longer work for them, perhaps never did, because most have a lot of trouble getting traction online. And so I go ahead and create messages that connect, that build relationships, and that close deals. I do this through Facebook Messenger, and I talk incessantly about Facebook Messenger. It's why I'm here today. It's why I'll be here on tomorrow and Thursday. So with that out of the way, my friends, want to talk a little bit about where I've been for the past week and how that's affected me and the benefit that I think that you could get out of it. So, for those of you that don't know, I went on a little cruise last week, sorry. It was fabulous. It's called the Marketers Cruise and had 450 marketers there, I think. And it was really exciting. I see we got a couple of people here. Say hey, don't be shy. We had 450 marketers on the boat. I didn't really know before I left that what that meant was we've got people who are doing things that are at a really high level. Astronomical millions of dollars have come into their realm. And then we had everybody from there to people that are wanting to get into entrepreneurship and studying about it, but haven't quit their jobs yet. So, I mean, we have everybody from the barest start to, lots and lots of success. So there was a lot of people to meet and there was a lot of stuff to learn. And obviously I had a wonderful time. We went down to Mexico. I did leave the boat one time to purchase a gift for my lovely wifey. I did that, but most of the time I just hung on the boat. It was just good for me to rest and relax a little bit while everybody was gone. But I talked to a lot of people, met a lot of people, and here's the thing. I think that the biggest reason to go to one of these things is to broaden your horizons a bit. That was my greatest gift from it, I think. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for the welcome back. It broadened my horizons, and I'll tell you how. It wasn't just about meet 450 people and give them all your business card. It wasn't about that at all. It wasn't about how many names you could gather on a list. To me, the marketing cruise was about how many relationships can you create. 7 days is a long time. 7 days with nothing else to do because there's no internet. I kept up reasonably on what was happening in the world, but most of the time it was a lot of togetherness on the ship. That's Barry. He's also glad that I'm back. Anyway, just heard my dog shaking his collar probably, but the thing was that it broadened my horizons in that not only was I seeking to develop relationships with people, and I didn't, not everybody that I met was somebody I really liked or clicked with. Honestly, there were a couple of people I really, really didn't click with, but most of the time I was having interesting conversations with other people who either do marketing for a living or are small business owners. And that, my friends, was really valuable to me because honestly, it changed my course of the next year. It just changed the path that I'm on because all of a sudden I could brainstorm with people who think about similar things all day as I do. And met some really cool people. One of the coolest people I met, his name is Alex, and he has written some chatbot software and wanted me to check it out. Teresa says she'd lose her mind that long with no internet. Yeah, that happens. It was a great time. But yeah, having no internet was a little, when we got back into LA, when we got back into, wide use public internet phone, people's phones just started, exploding. Anyway, it was an interesting exercise. But I met a guy named Alex, who runs a company called True Visibility, and he's got a chatbot as a part of that company. It was a great meeting. I got to learn about, because he is, he works with software developers. He's actually developed the program. I write things on other people's programs, but I'm not at the building level of the actual software itself. So I got to geek out with Alex for a while on the software, what it does. And that was a really great thing, because I got to talk about, what I talk about with you a lot, which is, what is the user experience of, what is the person on the other end of the messages? What kind of experience are they having? What are we creating for them? How are we hand-holding them through this? And so it was a pretty great thing. Angel, hey, good to see you. I learned a lot about what kinds of things people put into those software programs, and I also got a tour of his program, and it really has a lot of things in it that ManyChat does not. So I'm very interested in that, and they're working on some things that I've really have requested that they put in, because in some ways they're incredible. Their customer service is incredible. It's incredible. You write into that customer service and you get so well taken care of. They have lots of features around that. They don't have a lot around broadcasting and sequences yet. So I got to talk to his team when I came back yesterday, and we had a great conversation too. So there's lots of things possibly in the future with that. I'll be keeping my eye on TrueChat and reporting to you when these things are ready for public consumption. If you want to head over to truechat.io, you can kind of see what they have going on right now. So there's that. Met a lot of people and reconnected with some people as well that just make me smile and laugh. And it's a wonderful thing. Listen, I work here in the bot cave with my dog every day, and I'm here a lot and I like it. And most of my work relationships and clients are not people that I see in person, but every once in a while I get a chance to see them all in person. And that was the essence of the coolness of this cruise ship. Was not only was I meeting brand new folks that some of them I want to introduce you to, because I think that they could be valuable to you. I was seeing all my old friends, and so that is something that it's likely that I will go to next year as well, just because it was so inspiring for me. And it was inspiring for me too, to talk to. There were a lot of people on this cruise who had never heard about messenger bots. I thought that I was walking into a place where everyone would know what I was talking about, because they're marketers, right? A lot of folks were entrepreneurs just starting out, hoping to learn some stuff about marketing. So I got to sit with people and talk to them about bots and talk to them about what it's done for my clients. And it was fabulous stuff. So enough about the Marketer's Cruise. You'll probably hear about that again as I'm bringing people on whom I met on the cruise. You'll probably hear about it again, and probably again when it gets closer to next year. But enough of those things. Here's another thing that I learned on the ship. So apparently not an end to the report about the marketing cruise, but as I said, there were some people that were really awesome. And I really wanted to get to know. And then there were also, I kind of overheard and participated in some conversations where people just had the absolute wrong idea about what a bot was. And it really got me to thinking about the the assumptions that people have, the misinformation sometimes that people have about bots, and it made me really. I'm gonna be creating a little workshop. I'm going to do it on Wednesdays. I'm going to do it as an experiment and see if people, see if folks want to come to this. But I want to talk about the top 10 lies marketers tell about bots. And I want to do a workshop Wednesdays, not starting tomorrow because I just don't have enough time. Boy, howdy, there's a lot to catch up on after the marketer's cruise. But I do want to offer people that because I think that it's really, it's misinformation a lot of times. It's assumptions that people make, and sometimes it's stuff people tell people that gets misconstrued or out of hand. And so that's coming up. I'm going to start that next Wednesday and have an information session for people who want to drop in. It won't be live like this. It'll just be on Zoom, not recorded. And yeah, so that will be, that's coming up. Teresa said, "This looks awesome. My podcast is taking off, so I will dive into this later." Oh, we had a little session on the boat where we were talking about brand new technologies, or technology tips for people. And so most people got up and they talked about something that they use on a daily basis. And I got up and I talked about Anchor, actually. Anchor is, what I use for my podcast, and something I need to get back to here. But yeah, gosh, there was so much there, Teresa. There was so much. And there were certain nights that you got assigned. The first night we got assigned seats, so in the big dining room for dinner. So we talked to people that we didn't know, and all of that. So yeah, it was crazy time. It was crazy time for a whole week. I love Anchor. So do I, my friend. I think that it helps a lot of people get on to podcasting that normally would not be doing it. Lowers the bar, and that's what I love about it. So very good stuff. So yeah. I'm going to be talking about misinformation and lies that spread about messenger bots every Wednesday, and I'm going to be opening enrollment at the beginning of next week for my next class, which I'm really excited about. Black Belt Bot Mastery. It's going to be great. And or I'm playing with that name a little bit. You know what? I say it out loud and I go, maybe I should change that. Anyway, it's going to be a great big class. Still blows my mind the listenership I found. Well, that's true on Anchor. That can be, people come to me all the time, and when people get into my chatbot, which I instruct them to do at the end of the podcast, I ask them where they heard of me from. And a lot of times people will say the podcast or Alexa, and that's awesome to me. That's awesome to me that people feel motivated enough to press a couple of buttons and come into my world. So my life is better because of my podcast as well, not just because listeners are out there and participating and coming into my world, but also because it challenges me to think about the content that I'm putting out all the time. And it challenges me to think of new stuff to talk about and get new stuff going on. So anyway, very good. So course is going to be opening here in the next couple of weeks as well. Likely next Monday. We'll see about that. And I'm really excited about all of these things. I have so many people to catch up with. Okay, so here's something they gave us. Ready? Boop. It's a book. And it has like everybody that was on the cruise in the book. So you get a chance to get listed in this directory. that, and you can, put your picture and, different things and whatever. And so, and, if you want people to go to a certain link, you can throw a link out there for people to go to. It was really interesting. The book, I think, is going to be more helpful to me at home than it was on the ship, because on the ship, I don't want to meet you and then constantly scribble notes. I want to meet you and look at you and talk to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't make a single note while I was there, but I'll be doing that now that I'm back. Angel says, so the course is definitely beyond the basics. It is definitely beyond the basics. And here's what I'm focusing on in this particular course. The course I have now, Black Belt Bots, or Black Belt Bot Camp, sorry. That one is, that one's basic training. You know what I mean? It is, just getting you up and running, and so that you can understand the water you're swimming in. It doesn't go much beyond the basic set of tools, and it also has, Facebook's terms of service and how to stay on the right side of that, and it has some really good helpful stuff in it. But this other class, I'm going to be doing a lot more customized hand holding. You get time with me if you sign up for this class. You get some, you get a certain amount of time with me. You get the templates that I have on offer. You get office hours. I'm going to have open office hours that people can drop in and ask me any question that they want. The point of this class is that I really, really want, I don't want you to just, have to kind of, the class as it is, the Black Belt Bot Camp, it's basic and it's not super engaging. People that are super motivated have been through all the way, been through the thing the whole way. But I've talked to a few people, and a lot of people view kind of online courses as, okay, good, I got it. Now it's on the shelf for when I can get to it. What I want to do is present a situation where people feel like that that their hand is going to be held all the way through if they need it, that the questions will be answered, that, that they're not just buying a class to sit on a shelf, that they're signing up for an experience that I'm going to take them through, and videos having to be part of it. So that's the difference there, I think. And that will really, I think, help a lot, because I want to teach as many people as I possibly can. That's my mission in life, is teach more people about this awesome resource that we have right now that everybody's going to have in 5 years. But right now, we're still on the cutting edge of it. And I want to teach as many people as I can, because I think that bots are going to be around for a long time. I think they're going to add a whole lot to people's lives. And I think that they're going to give the power back to the little people, the people like us, right? People that have 5 or less employees, people who are getting their message out there, people who are, have been relying on some of the older methods to get their message out there, and maybe it's not working as well. So that's the mission of it. And this class will be, this class is $19.97. So it's and payments are an option too, but it's a lot more making darn sure you've got it. And it's 8 weeks long. So it's an 8-week experience, and there's homework every week, and there's time with me. There's the templates, there's group support as well. So a lot of stuff going on for that class. And I think that if you're really interested in either selling bots, or maybe you've got, like I think Angel, you've got a ton of, you've got a lot of stuff that you're taking care of, Angel. You've got a couple of major bots going on. So if you spend a lot of time doing bots and want to further understand, or if you want to teach it and sell it someday, this is a great class for you. And Teresa says, quick bot question. I accidentally deleted a template part of my bot. Anyway, to get that back, I would need a little bit more explanation on the template part of your bot. What do you mean? Was it a template that I gave you? Was it a template that you signed up for with ManyChat? Let me know. Let me know some more details there, and I'll be able to help you out, I think. So if you just joined us, we've been talking about expanding horizons a little bit. We've been talking about swimming in some different waters for a while, what I learned on the cruise, what I brought back with me, some new missions that I have. And so if you've just joined us, welcome. Angel Backcore says, sounds good. Very good. So one of the things that I'm also vastly interested in now that I went to this cruise, and I talked to my friend Linda Kane, who's a live event organizer. I should not have sat down beside this one for breakfast, because I said, so I'm interested maybe in doing some live events at some point. And I swear to you, she had a holster. She just whipped out a notebook and said, well, let's start doing math. Math is not my strong suit, if you know me very well. But there's hopefully some of that coming up in the future as well. And what I'm talking about as for a live event is just it's the same as the class, same price, but it's not 8 weeks. It's a weekend. It's me in person. And we're probably going to cap it at 20 for the first one. And that's some really exciting stuff. So think about these things and let me know what your feedback is on the initial description. Also, let me know, my loyal, beautiful, wonderful viewers out there. Let me know what you think of the, what I did was I kind of, I went back through all of the questions that people ask me, and I went back through, the feedback from the original class that I put out there, the Black Belt Bot Camp. And what I came up with is that people want more group support and they want more individual support. So this class is a way to do that. And it's also a way to dive into all of the ninja tricks that you can do, because those, my friend, so important. Teresa says, when it was built, a template was set up for me to copy and paste each week, tips and tools, but it was set up as a template. I figured out how to use the bot without it. So no biggie. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I was just curious. I think that I know what you're talking about. That's a real simple, that setup is in your broadcasts as a template. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you just popped on, Teresa, and I built her stuff together. If you copy the template, then you can copy it over and customize it. It's the little button on the right that's like two little rectangles or whatever. It's the copy one. You can just copy what's there, customize it, send it out. That's what those were designed to do. So very good. Okay, Teresa knows what I'm talking about. Fantastic. So those are the things that are coming up. Those are the things that are really exciting to me. And I can't wait. I can't wait to bring this to the world in a whole new way, because more and more, as I see ManyChat advance and add new features, and as I see other companies advance as well and add new features, I start to get really excited. Facebook also announced. Now, don't get super excited about this announcement right now, because it's going to be happening not tomorrow at all. Okay. But Facebook did recently announce that it's going to be merging, and it's already kind of started this process a tiny bit, but it's going to be integrating some of the Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram experiences. Meaning that it's possible that we could get the power of messenger bots on Instagram and WhatsApp. Now, WhatsApp is more of a, that's not really a US thing. That's much more, as you travel to other countries, it's much more used around the world than it is here at home. But Instagram, baby, that's everywhere. So I'm going to be investigating that for sure. I have been asked for LinkedIn bots and Instagram bots more times than I can tell you. And having the power to build on those platforms, or having the power to build on Messenger and then transfer that to other places, that could be really amazing stuff. Teresa says, yeah, I accidentally used the original and sent it out after I altered it. I replaced it with new info, but I understand what you mean. Okay, very good. So very nice. So that's coming. And then also, there is something that I think that is very interesting. It's Stephen Healy's been using a lot. If you follow Stephen, he is the guy who is live video hub guy. Be Live in 5. He teaches a lot of people how to go online and become a live streamer, get your own show, tips and tricks about the technology and about the marketing of it and about everything that you have to know. Check out his classes on Udemy. They're pretty good stuff. And we do a show called Bots for Broadcasters on Wednesdays. He discovered a brand new bot system that he's been using for a bit. And I'm about to start using it with my clients as well. It's not ManyChat. I feel like I'm having an affair, everybody. I'm talking about bot programs that aren't ManyChat, but it was bound to happen. Anyway, there is this autoresponder bot will respond to comments on your live streams on your Facebook page. So it's got a lot of interesting features to it, and I've just been exploring that with him. Very good. So that's kind of what I've got going on. I wanted to come on. I wasn't super prepared with content today. I have spent this entire time since I've been back getting back to people from the ship, getting, setting meetings with people, talking about bots, having meetings with people. It's been insane around this bot cave. And so, but I wanted to come on because I have missed you and I wanted to talk to you. Angel says, speaking of features in ManyChat, somewhere you said something about not preferring the landing page growth tool, but I can't find it. Can you refresh my memory on why? Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to figure out the best growth tool for a week-long event I'm doing, including summit-type material. Fantastic. Kind of like 5 days live. Yes, I'd also love to know more about that autoresponder bot. I especially am interested in the redirect part. So let's take one question at a time. Why do I not like the landing page from ManyChat? Well, first of all, it takes a lot of websites take a lot of work, and people are, consistently trying to drive traffic to a website. And the reason is because the more people hit your website, the more relevant it is in Google's eyes. And that can end up in some extra traffic for you. So it's a virtuous cycle. The more traffic you get, the more traffic you get. When you're using the landing page function from ManyChat, it's on ManyChat.com. Now, that's nothing your users are most likely going to notice. They're never going to look up to the URL and go, well, this is weird. They don't, trust me, they don't really care. And they're only there for a little bit. But that still gives any type of credit you're building, that if you're sending traffic to ManyChat and not your own site, you're missing out. You're missing out on a bit of traffic, which, bottom line, if I can bottom line it for you, where that really matters is if you are doing Facebook ads and targeting of any kind. I'm going to get a bit geeky, but to you guys, two of you, I think you can handle it. The Facebook pixel is something that you put on your site, that when you do Facebook ads, it drives it back to the site, and that pixel collects anonymized, I think, information about people, IP addresses that are hitting your site or whatever. It's very powerful stuff for when you go to create a Facebook ad, because you can target people like the people that you've had on your website already. So I don't set up landing pages anymore. I think I set up a landing page like the first time, and then I realized, oh, that traffic is all going to ManyChat. Hey, you know what? They've got enough. They've got enough traffic. I want some of that. And that is going to be important to me because I'm going to do Facebook ads at some point this spring. So know that is exactly why. Now, in lieu of, or the workaround is this, Angel, if you have got control of your website, meaning you can edit it, you can go ahead and embed a box on that website. It will look just exactly like the ManyChat landing page, but it will be a page on your website. So create a page on your website, embed a box. That's the growth tool that you need. And, if you can, blank out the header and the footer, so that, when I'm making a landing page, I want all of the attention to go to where I'm directing it, because it's cold traffic. I don't want to distract them with the menu of the website and all the stuff that I have in the footer. No. So tips from me. Those are definitely tips like that'll be coming in the class. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Teresa, for telling me you missed me. I'm also glad to be back. I'm glad to be back in the swing of all of the things. So Angel, hopefully that answered your question number 1. Now let's answer question number 2. Let me scroll down here. Okay. Trying to figure out the best growth tool for a week-long event, including summit-type material like 5 days live. Yeah, the best growth tool for that week-long event, embed a box, do that thing. Or you can do the messenger ref URL as well. That could help. But probably just embedding a box. Here's the reason why. Is because if you are sending cold traffic to a place, there's some psychology in when people click a link to go to a landing page. They know in here they're being taken off site, and there's always a little tiny worry in the back of their heads that they might not be going to the right place. They might be going to a wrong place for a wrong thing. Think about the ads on the side of Facebook way before they cleaned it up. I mean, you could be clicking on one thing and end up with something completely different. I mean, it was kind of crazy. So people still kind of have that in the back of their heads. You want to assure them that they're in the right place on a landing page. So you want to, if there's a picture that they're clicking on to get to your landing page, you want to have the same picture on the landing page. Get what I'm saying? It's almost like just reassuring people psychologically you're in the right place, you're doing the right thing. This is, you at least want to have, if not the exact same picture, something similar or something with similar colors, or you want your logo in both places. You want to tell people without telling people you're in the right place. You want to tell them in here that they're in the right place. So do the embed box, do it on a page on your website if you can, if you have access to that. Let's see, the autoresponder bot. It's a real interesting bot, and we'll probably go through that here on the show. Just showing you how it works. I need to get it hooked up to my stuff here so that you can see how it works for yourself on the day that I do the demo. But it's really very interesting. If you're interested right now, if you want to find out today, go over to Stephen Healy Live Video Hub. He's got an autoresponder bot on there. He's also got an autoresponder bot on Be Live in 5. So either one of those pages, you'll be able to see in the comments what's going on there. Okay, so very good. Okay, makes sense to her. Great. That's fantastic. Well, yeah, that's about it for today. Like I said, not much content. Yeah, and I will cover it soon. I absolutely will. Today was a little sketchy with all the stuff that's going on and all the people that need followed up with. But yeah, that's what I know. I am super glad that you guys are here. And even though I forgot to put out an announcement today that I was going live, thank you for being here. If you want to see anything specific in the class, or if you have any questions about what it would be like, just ping me. We'll talk about it. And yeah, I can't wait to bring that to the world because I think it's going to do a lot of people a lot of good. And I think there would be a lot better chatbots out there because of it. That's my mission. So thanks for watching today, everybody. It was super great to see you. And I will see you in a bot.